Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Chop Shop. As y'all can see, I'm here with Walt,
Yo,
and
yo,
we're gonna call Zay here in a bit. All right. So, first things first, y'all make sure y'all follow us on all socials at the Chop Shop Podcast. Y'all know it's on the screen. Y'all feel me? And it's also in the description. You feel me? Make sure y'all check us out. We gladly appreciate it. And subscribe to the pod, man. Subscribe to the pod. We just dropped the episode yesterday, Tuesday, right?
yeah.
Yep, Tuesday. We just dropped the episode on Tuesday, so y'all be sure to go check us out. We got a try not to laugh challenge dropping potentially this weekend or the start of next week. And we have a basketball challenge, but we are not releasing it until we get to 150 subscribers. So, yeah, if y'all want to see us hoop, it got very, very interesting and it has the potential to do some other stuff. So make sure y'all go check that out. Help us get to 150 subs. Now, my boy Walt, it's that time of year, bro.
It's that time.
It is that time of year,
But
you know.
get a ring.
Yep, we gonna see who gets the ring. So yeah, the NBA Finals. At the time of us recording this, the NBA Finals are tomorrow, right? Actually, 24 hours from now, Game One will be done. I'm pretty sure it will be done. Um, the Mavs versus the Celtics. How we feeling, bro?
Bro, first of all, I gotta say, for me, this is a first time experience, be living in a series that is going to the finals. It's kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie.
It is kind of crazy. You know, it's funny you say that. We in our 20s, right? Our low 20s, right? The first time the Mavs went when I was alive, bro, I wasn't even really old enough to remember.
Mm,
I was like 10 years old, I think. So it don't even really hit for me. But like
yeah.
you said, now that I'm living it,
Mm.
it's kind of crazy.
Bro, and the fact that you're just going to those bars, they're near to the stadium, you noticing everybody's hyped for this.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. The whole cities are supporting our peoples, and we love that. You feel me? We love that. So we got a couple key points that we're gonna hit here, and then we'll try to get in contact with Zay, and we'll go from there. First things first, I wanna start with the Celtics because they're a very interesting team. You feel me? You can still hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
all
happened?
right. Yeah. I was saying let's start with the Celtics. I feel like they're a very interesting team.
Pretty
Um,
strong team, in my opinion.
they're what?
Pretty strong team, in my opinion.
They are a pretty strong team. So let's start at the beginning of this season. So they get rid of Marcus Smart, correct?
Yeah.
And well, no, hold on. Wait, what happened first, Marcus Smart or Dame?
I can't recall that.
Me either. I want to say it was Marcus Smart though, because that's why everybody was so shocked when they got Drew. But anywho, they get rid of Marcus Smart, and after the year that they just had in the conference semis and they lose to Miami, the question becomes what is Boston's next move? And then they let go of their former defensive player of the year. When you see that, what was the first thing running through your head?
Well, at first, it's weird because, usually you would be they trying to recreate the team, they trying to start again. But, their star players are 24, 26. So that don't even make sense. I'm thinking they might as well, trying to be like the
Mm-hmm.
Warriors, go all offense out. But it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
It was weird. I agree with you. It was weird. Wasn't expecting that at all. Uh, I can be honest. I wasn't expecting that. Then fast forward, Damian Lillard request a trade, and well, he's been requested for the trade, but he actually got traded this time. And then everything changed in the East. Um, Dame gets traded, and then it's a three-team trade. And long story short, Drew ends up in Boston.
Me personally, I gotta say the GM of the Boston, that motherfucker was cooking.
Oh yeah, oh
Most
yeah, for sure, for sure. And now, throw in the cherry on top, they signed Porzingis in the offseason.
they brought up
On
big.
paper, on paper, they looked like one of the best teams in the league.
On paper, me personally, they should win it.
100%. I agree.
Player
So
by
then, of
player,
course,
Maps ain't winning against the Celtics.
we'll get to that in a
Player
second.
by
We'll get
player,
to that in a second. Fast forward, right? Regular season goes how it goes. Did Boston have the best record this season?
yeah, it was like
They had the
6,
best,
8, something like that.
something crazy, right? They have the best record this season, rightfully so. Joe Mazzulla was doing a great job over there this year, right? And we get to the playoffs. Now, let me read to you what they did in the playoffs. They beat the Heat in five, they beat the Cavs in five, and then they swept Indy. This seems like one of the easiest runs to the finals ever.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, it's mostly what people be saying that it was an easy pad because even though the teams weren't that hard, their star players were injured. You know,
Everybody was hurt, right, right, right.
playing
Now,
against
with that being
Franson Hurt, he's the best player
right,
in the team right there.
but with that being said, though, we can't take away that that's why you want to get the number one seed.
Yeah,
You feel
most
me? So we can't discredit that. Um, Take it to the West. This is Kyrie's second year here in Dallas. For those of y'all who don't know, we live in Dallas, so we're supporting Mavericks all the way. Um, but yeah, Kyrie, second year in Dallas. And
important to say he was welcome here after all the drama he's been through. One of the teams,
I,
including Boston Celtics.
one of the teams, including Boston Celtics, it seems like Dallas was a really, really good fit for him.
Yeah, you know, people were saying that him and Luca were gonna crash. You know, both point guards, both are perfectly able to score the ball. You know, they were saying how they're gonna fix it, how they're gonna figure it out. They have been making it. So you
They
know,
have been making it work. Obviously, they have. They made it to the finals. Um, and then the season is going how it's going. The West was so close this season. At one point, it was looking like the Mavericks weren't even going to make the playoffs, to be honest. Fast forward, trade deadline comes, and what do the Mavericks do? They go get Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington.
great.
And after All-Star break, the Mavericks became one of the top defensive teams in the league, and they ended up getting the fifth seed.
They end up, if I'm not wrong, I gotta check this up. But the Maps after the trade window, they were the best team in the West.
Really?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. The Mavs then faced the Clippers in the first round. They beat the Clippers in six.
and I
They
passed.
then,
So
nah, for real.
you were
Then
saying,
they beat,
who gonna beat them?
huh?
You were saying like 6 months ago, who gonna beat them?
The Clippers, right.
Yeah,
The Clippers look good though. The Clippers looked really, really good. But health played a part in that as well. But it still took them six. It took them six. Then they went against the number one seed OKC. It took them 6 games.
six
And
again,
then they faced the best defense in the league and they beat them in five.
and it should have been four.
It should have been four, but respect to Ant. If they win the chip, the argument could be had that this is one of the toughest runs to like ever. Like to get a chip,
Most definitely.
this is one of the toughest for sure. How are we? what do we have to say about the Mavs and their resiliency in terms of like the adversity they faced to make it to the finals?
Well, first we gotta say that they did a great job in that transfer window. Team wasn't looking good. We were lacking on defense. We needed a three-puncher,
Bad.
and they got Gofford. That motherfucker is averaging like 3 to 4 blocks per game in the playoffs. That is crazy, just by
Hmm.
itself. Then we got PJ. That whenever he's hot, he looking like Kyle Korver.
No, for real. He's been shooting the ball well. Um, Not even just that. One moment, I'm coordinating things with the show. Not even just that. Defensively, what PJ and Gafford did for the team was absolutely tremendous. I don't know if people realize how big that was. Like PJ's,
PJ is putting
he's
everybody in jail.
man, what? And the fact that his versatility to help like guard 1 through 5 ish, right? 5 ish. I won't sit here and lie.
He was
Five
guarding.
ish.
He was guarding Cock. We can say 5.
Okay, we'll say five. Him doing that, I helps Luca so much in terms of being able to save energy, right? Um, so the Mavericks are looking good as well. So let's go ahead and get into some of these matchups, right? If you're if you're Boston, let's say we're Boston, right? How do you match up? Who's checking who?
Well, I feel Drew gotta go either to Luca and Kyrie. I'll say you gotta put on Kyrie.
Drew on
Yeah,
Kai?
yeah.
Okay, okay,
Then you gotta put. I'll say Brown. I feel he's a better defender than Tatum on Luca.
okay.
Then I
Who's
mean,
checking
I'll
so
gotta
they
go for
go Derek Jones. Who's checking Derek Jones?
Derek Jones, Derek White,
Okay. Who's guarding PJ?
PJ. Who's the 4?
Tatum?
Tatum. I'll see that.
Okay, and then Porzingis is checking whoever's at the 5.
Yeah.
All right, now what about the other side? Who's checking Drew?
Who's checking Drew? I ain't gonna lie. I feel it should be either Kai or Derek Jones.
Okay,
I would.
that's interesting.
I feel Luca is probably gonna go with Tatum or whoever's playing the ball. But he's be playing D though, so he probably want to get someone that's gonna be getting buckets.
Okay. I actually disagree there. I think I heard JJ Redick say this and it kind of makes sense. I feel like Luka should guard Drew
Oh, really? Okay, I can see that.
because if it's Kai, Drew's just gonna post him up,
Yeah,
right? Um, on the perimeter, it'd be a good matchup, but in terms of like size, you take away Drew's post ups by putting Luka on him, right? Um, I think Kai guards Derek White.
Derek White. Okay,
I think Daniel, between PJ and Derek, they'll figure out who they want to go. Jaylen Brown, Tatum, they'll figure that out. And then you go, obviously, like whoever the center is on
on Porzingis.
Porzingis.
I'm not gonna lie, I like that matchup for us. Gofford and Porzingis. I like that.
Who is who is the X factor in this series? Who needs to have a good series for their team to win?
For their team. Well, I feel on the maps, I gotta say Kai. Even though Luca is the leading points, rebounds, and assists, without Kai or without someone that is like he know what he has to do, I wouldn't feel like the match would have made it over here all the way to the finals.
Okay. Do you think that, so you're saying what, if Kai has a bad series, they lose?
I would say it's more probable that if Kai have a bad series, it's more probable that they lose if Luka has a bad series.
Okay, okay. Um, who's the X factor for the Celtics?
You should, me personally, I feel this might be a little hater or biased, but I feel it's gonna be Jalen.
Brown?
Yeah,
Why?
because Tatum, he's been leading the Celtics in every category, but Jalen be proven like he's clutch like that in this last series. Yeah.
I feel like the X factor for the Celtics is gonna be Drew.
Oh, really?
I feel like, yeah.
If he can,
Um,
okay.
the reason being is like Drew is good, bro. Drew is good. We all know what he can do defensively. Like we're not even gonna talk about that side because we know what he can do. But on offense, I know what I'm gonna get from Tatum. I know what I'm gonna get from Brown. I know what I'm gonna get from Porzingis, right? Especially if Porzingis is like healthy, and I think the Celtics like basically sweeping everybody help them with getting Porzingis back. They have more time to rest. So I know what I'm gonna get from those three, right? We can talk about we'll talk about that in a second, actually. Um, but Drew on the offensive end, I think is where it's gonna be a difference maker, right? If he really puts pressure on Luka to guard, that wastes energy on the defensive end, of course, for Luka, but now on offense, right?
His upper advantage. Okay.
You feel me? So now he's getting checked by one of their best defenders, and he's actually having to guard somebody who can actually go on the other end, right? So it raises some questions if Drew doesn't really perform. What's to say, he got the bonnet on? Y'all know what that means.
Listen, man, it's been a long day. What's good, y'all?
What's good? What's good? Zay, say what's up to the chop shop, y'all. As y'all can see, Zay's here.
Good, y'all.
So we were just going through the
Uh,
matchups for this upcoming NBA Finals, right?
mm,
We both agreed that the Celtics would probably do Drew on Kai. You do who do we say on Luka?
Derek. Jalen Brown.
We that's what Walt said. JB. Tatum would get Derek Jones. Derek White would get PJ. And then obviously KP and Gafford would go at it.
Hold on. Mm,
Didn't we say Kai gonna get Dirk?
We're talking about the Celtics.
Oh,
Celtics first.
hold on. I think what they'll do is they might put Drew on Luca and then put Derek White on Kyrie. Hold on, let me.
They might put Drew on Luka
Uh huh.
and Derek White on Kyrie. Okay. I don't respectfully. I think Drew has to guard Kai.
He.
Luka 6'8", 6'8", 200 plus. Drew's what, 6'3". You allow Luka to post up. You allow Luka. You get what I'm saying? I feel like Luka's. Granted, it's Drew, and I'm not taking away from who Drew is, but compared to everything else that Luka has seen in the playoffs, literally just in terms of a bio, right? I feel like he's cool with Drew. I feel like you put length on him and you tip your hat.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Derek White on Kyrie, barbecue chicken. Respectfully, Derek White gonna guard Kyrie, y'all?
No,
You have to put Drew on Kai. You have to. Then we got into flipping it, right? We said Luka should guard Drew. Kai should guard Derek. PJ and Derek Jones can interchange. They'll figure that out. And then obviously Gafford or Lively on KP. Thoughts?
I think this resembles what we talked about with the Mavericks Timberwolves series. I think, like we were saying, the paint presence is definitely gonna fuck with them because I was like, oh, go Bears, deep poise, so all the lobs and getting into the lane, that shit ain't gonna be as easy as it was with the Thunder because they didn't have no paint presence. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Luka shut all that shit up. Take all of
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Gobert's
It made it
DPOY
work.
immediately, every single one of them. I don't know how he's been winning them. That nigga don't deserve it. Like, who said it? I don't know if it was a former NBA player, but I think Shaq said it best. He was like, as the DPOY, like the fact that you're not in the game at the end of games says something. It says a lot.
And whenever you
I've
worry,
never
you got the
I've
game around you.
I've never seen it a DPOY that people hunt for. I've never seen that a day in my life.
Jokic, that nigga
You
probably speaking Serbian every time Rudy was switched on him. What game was that? Was that game 5? Where that nigga had like 40?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
them them still
But
flick the camera caught at that nigga face when Rudy was on him. That nigga was like, yeah, bro, it's up. It's raps. This white on white crowd.
Um yeah, that I don't get that. Um I'm gonna ask you the same question. Who do you think is the X factor for the Dallas Mavericks? We'll go them first and then we'll go into the Celtics.
X Factor, I wanna say it's not one person, it's their bench. Their bench has to produce.
Ooh, that's a great answer.
Their bench has to produce. Looking at their
That's a great
who they have
answer.
coming off. They got Dante Exum, they got Josh Green, Jaden Hardy, he's been getting more minutes. I would say
Lively.
if their bench, if those 3 players can average at least 25, they'll be
Kleba, I just need him to knock down shots. Who's the X factor for the Celtics?
Jason Tatum. He's been playing like shit all playoffs.
He's leading the
I don't
team
think
in every category, bro.
I don't think Jay Tatum's the X factor. I think the X factor is Drew.
You
Not because of defense, because of offense.
offense, okay, I can see that. I definitely think Tatum needs to step it up though, because
Mm-hmm.
these last 3 series, if we really take a look at it, granted he's improved slightly with each series, but that Pacer series, I guarantee you, if it wasn't for Jaylen Brown, bro, they'd probably still be playing right now.
Be playing right now.
Against Indiana.
If Jaylen Brown hadn't won them the first 2 games, I guarantee that series would have went 7.
Let's slow down.
I'm being so dead ass.
It would have went 7.
Would have went 7, bro. Each game, Indiana was there. Indiana
Yeah, but
games.
I wouldn't say 7, but I wouldn't say it was gonna be 4 though. You know,
they wouldn't have got swept. But it ain't gonna go 7, bro.
Okay, with how close each game was, don't let them get any more momentum. Because after that first game, you would think all their momentum died, especially in game 3 with Tyrese not playing. And they managed to have the lead in the fourth quarter of every single
They
one.
didn't execute. Yeah.
That's it. Say they win game 1, and they didn't get blown out, but they lost by, I would say, double digits game 2.
Mm-hmm.
Say they win game
Mm-hmm.
2, they coming back to Indiana. It's a completely different fucking team. We thought they had
That's
game
true.
3 and 4. It was in striking distance. Say they go back to Indiana with that momentum.
That's fair. That's a fair argument. All right. Last point. We'll start with you, Walt. What do the Celtics need to do to win this series?
They gotta figure out a way that if they can put Luka in jail, that ain't gonna happen. But if they can do that and maintain Kyrie aligned, they might get the series.
Okay, and offensively, what do you think they need to do to win this series?
Offensively, oh shit. I ain't gonna lie. If they don't get blocked by Gofford that much, it's gonna change the game.
You know what's crazy? I actually don't think that's going to happen. And I
Which
actually think I wouldn't be surprised if you was laughing at him earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland plays a lot. Reason being, Boston runs 5 out.
They do. Which is
They
why I
do.
said it was different from the last 2 series, because Boston, they actually have somebody that can shoot the ball. Granted, Chet could, but when it comes to like interior rebounding and interior defense, they was looking at Chet like barbecue chicken, if we being completely honest. KP is a different animal. So I don't know if they try to, I don't know, bring PJ off the bench, go Twin Towers with Lively and Gafford.
I ain't
Well,
gonna
who
lie.
gonna guard in the starting lineup?
Shit, listen, I say you put Lively on KP, at least you still have a rim protector. Because if you start PJ's gonna be out on the perimeter. You start say Gafford, for example. Gafford gonna be forced to be pulled out to the perimeter. Outside of him, I don't really see anybody rim protecting for the Mavs.
Bro, I heard someone said that if PJ is hitting trees, it's a wrap.
It is.
And I'd
It
agree with
is. It is.
He's
It is. Okay.
to bring another chip to Dallas.
Before we get to you, Zay, quick question.
And
Do y'all think this is all regular season, right? What has the knock been on Dallas? They can't play D, right?
yeah,
That's been one of their biggest things.
they've been a great defensive team all playoffs.
Hear me out. Do y'all think this is one of those series where they're like, we're actually cool playing 120 to 121 or whatever? Do y'all think that they're okay with letting the score run up so high, and then down the stretch, Kid will just throw a random curveball, and maybe it's a matchup, maybe it's a coverage defensively. If you're the Mavericks, are you comfortable playing like that in this series?
No,
No.
Why not?
we've seen it. They've gone stretches where they can't score. And granted, that goes for both teams. And if there's one team that I would trust more so to get back going offensively, it's the Celtics. So if it comes to a shootout, I have the Celtics.
Interesting. What about you, Walt?
I mean, if you come to a shootout, I feel the Maps could win it, but as Say said before, they playing like motherfuckers D though. Like everybody's locking everybody up on D though.
They what, Walt?
They locking
They
everybody.
what, Walt?
Yep.
That ain't what you said. What you
Yep.
say, Walt?
What did
You
I
want to
say?
talk about it? No, you good, bro. You good. You good. You lagging. We'll say you lagging.
Uh,
Zay, what do the Dallas Mavericks have to do defensively and offensively to win this series?
Defensively, I think if y'all can keep Tatum sort of in this funk, y'all gonna be fine. Jaylen Brown, granted, he's been the person that's primarily been in trade rumors. He's been when you think about it, 1A, 1B, he's always been the B. The Celtics are Jason Tatum's team. and Jaylen Brown, he's playing up to his contract worth. So I think if they hold Tatum to the level he's been playing at, which isn't
Hmm.
which isn't bad by any means, but it's not up to his standard or the standard we hold him at. If they can keep him
Yeah,
at that or below, respectfully, Mavs in five. If they can keep him at that or below
in five,
in five,
Crazy, I ain't gonna
in
lie.
five,
in five is kind of crazy, bro.
five.
Hey, but I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it.
I'm telling you, listen, when the games hit here in Dallas, best believe I'm finna be at American Airlines. I ain't gonna be in that bitch, but I'm gonna be there.
You dare? I'm not mad at it. Boy, was just telling me, bro. I'm not mad at it.
Field trip.
Any any final points, fellas, before we get out of here?
How you feel that about the fact that the Celtics is the second time they go into the finals, like in the last 6 years, and they like everybody calling them chokers after going on a 21-0 run against the Warriors.
Chokers.
You think they gonna have blood on their eye?
All right, first off, y'all know I don't believe in the whole oh he's a choker thing. Like y'all know I don't be going for it. Um, but that's a whole different convo. As far as the Celtics go, y'all have to keep in mind, like, well, and I guess that excuse isn't gonna work anymore because the previous generation is gone, as we see, like in terms of like really compete. They're still competing, obviously, but we can tell like it's the young guys' time. You feel me? So I was gonna say the Boston Celtics still are relatively young in terms of their stars, right? They're young, but they have hella experience. But they're still young.
Do you think if the Celtics lose, they blow it up?
Nah.
Here's a better question. If they do lose, do you have to blow it up?
You don't. But with the media, with the repeated failures, with the bringing new people in each year, obviously, if you're changing everything around your core and y'all still haven't won a championship, because respectfully, the Celtics should have in the last 5 years, they should have at least one, at most two.
Which one was their one? Golden State? Nah.
Not Golden State. It was the year I want to say.
When they played Jimmy and Jimmy went MJ?
Mm-hmm. That was last year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They had that year. The year before is when they lost to Golden State. The year before that was what? Milwaukee.
Bubble?
What, 21? 21 was Milwaukee.
It was against the winning champion, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Didn't that series go 7 against Milwaukee?
It was 7-6. It was a close series. What's funny is damn, Drew was on that Milwaukee team. I think to answer your question, if they lose, I don't think you blow it up. Just because at the end of the day, like they're in the East. So like I'm willing to play the odds knowing that we're gonna walk through all these motherfuckers anyway. If we come here for the next 10 times, one of these motherfuckers we gotta win. You feel me?
Ain't
Like
that easy?
it's not that easy,
The
but
last
just in terms
last
of
3 or 4 championship winners, championship teams, they haven't made it past the second round.
but a lot of those teams are also different. For whatever reason, when people win, they want to start changing teams. So I mean,
Listen,
to each its own, but I don't
get
think
a
you blow it
chip.
up.
That money started talking, bro. Niggas don't reach the pinnacle. After that, it's like, all
Fam.
right, cool. I can retire a champion. Where the bread at? Niggas
I
ain't
mean,
do
I'm
it
not
right.
mad at it.
Harden ain't do it right. That nigga went after the bread first. Now look at him bouncing around from team to team. You know what I'm saying? Looking like your unc at the barbecue. Come on now, Honey Bun Hardy.
Any
That shit was
any
wrong.
final points, fellas?
Um,
Any final points?
Mavs in 6. I definitely think Lucas cements himself as one of, if not the best player in the league right now. If the Mavs win, Kyrie wins the second chip. Is he top 10 point guard?
Top 10?
Is the sky blue? Is God good?
All the time.
All the time, nigga. What the fuck is y'all talking about?
If he wins the second chip, is he top 5?
Is God good?
All right, let's.
Top
He is
5 though?
good. Let's pump the brakes though. Let's
Nah, I'm being biased.
let's
Nah, I
pump
don't. Top five, I'd have to see the five.
Steph, Magic, Isaiah Thomas. I'm throwing Russ in there.
Yes. If Russ is in there, yes. Because Russ don't even got one. If Russ is in there and Kai get two, yes, he's in there.
Hold on.
If
Hold on.
that's fair, bro.
Hold on. I'm about to ask ChatGPT who the top 5 point guards are.
Asking ChatGPT is crazy.
Listen, man.
Well, while he's doing that, your prediction.
Mavs in 6.
Agreed. Mavs in 6. Kyrie hits the game winner in the closeout game against his former team while the crowd is booing him, and he flips him off one more time.
That would
Mavs
be
in 6.
ChatGPT got Magic, Steph, Oscar Robertson, John Stockton, and Isaiah Thomas.
Then Kyrie's 2. Then Kyrie's top 5. I was wrong on 2. Kyrie's top 5. How many John got? Okay.
he's the
How
leader.
many
He's the leader in assists and steals though.
yeah, but he got two rings though. That gotta be worth something. I get it, I am being biased, but like it gotta be worth something, y'all. You're muted, Brody.
I know the wife just called,
Oh.
but listen,
Yeah,
he's not top 5.
that's a conversation for a different day. That is a conversation for a different day. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for coming through. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. We'll drop this before the game. The game at 7:30 our time, right?
You damn
Yeah.
right, and I'm gonna be in lab watching that bitch. Promise I will.
Damn.
Promise I will be.
Damn. Yeah, so we'll probably drop this around like 5, 6, so it gives people time to chop it up and chill. We'll be premiering it. I'll be in the chat. So if anybody wants to come in and drop comments and stuff, I'll be in there. If y'all are a fan of this type of stuff, let us know. We can do a little post game show or little live reaction mid game. I don't know, but y'all let us know what y'all feeling.
We gonna
And yeah,
bring NBA on TNT here because they want to cancel that shit. We gotta get Shaq, Penny, Chuck. We gotta get them boys on this.
let's make sure we clip this and then we'll post it just for them.
What you said, Chuck?
All right, it's the Top Shot, and we are out.